Welcome to Millfield Music's first podcast. I'm Matthew Cook, Director of Music, and today I'm here with two sixth form musicians, Flo and Rowan, to talk about why access to music is crucial in education. Flo and Rowan, over to you with the questions.
Hi Mr. Cook. Why do you think access to music is so important?
Accessing music has an ability to allow pupils, especially those younger in age, to discover something that they may not have previously discovered. It might be discovering a hidden talent. It might be discovering, and this is the thing we all aim for, that hidden passion. And through discovering that passion, what often a pupil does is they follow a path of a series of transferable skills that they don't actually realise are benefiting all aspects of their education. If it's time management, if it's commitment, if it's working in groups, working as a soloist, if it's dedicating themselves entirely to reaching a product being an end goal, being a concert. And with that, one hopes that the pupils and being able to access music can really help their character, can help build their self-esteem, can help them build an understanding that hard work can equal success, and then through success one can get enjoyment, and obviously through enjoyment itself we know that enjoyment does lead to success. So I do feel it's really important that people are aware that when I wish them to access music, it's not just as being a musician, it's accessing something that I know they will ultimately enjoy, and the transferable skills that come with that can be of massive benefit to their life, not just music itself.
Does the current provision for music within education in general concern you?
Quite, yes. I don't think I've kept quiet about that in the past. I feel that, albeit we're in a very fortunate setting at Millfield School, we do have and the pupils here have access to some of the most amazing musical opportunities. Actually looking at the music provision across the United Kingdom, the one thing we've seen over the past decade is a significant fall in pupils who can access music. This is both within the classroom. We've seen drops of up to 40% studying at A-level music. This is also access at co-curriculum level, so working outside of the classroom. And what's even more concerning is that actually these pupils might not even be able to access tuition at the basic level, which we see, which is a one-on-one instrumental lesson. If a school isn't able to provide this tuition, then these pupils never have actually a chance of either one, progressing, or two, realising that there's potentially a future in this. What worries me the most about that is if this access is limited in schools, then what we're going to see almost an erosion of the pipeline of musical talent coming through, in which we're not developing the skill set necessary to ensure that the future generations are able to access music provision. So it is concerning, but I do feel that we at Millfield have something we can do about this. We can support the local area, we can support local schools, we can support the southwest or even wider in terms of allowing them to utilise us and what we've got to ensure they do access music.
Is that something we've got in place here at Millfield? We have community outreach programmes?
Yes, it's something we are developing by the year. We already, for many years actually, we've held a community choir in which all local members of the community are encouraged to come and sing with us, with me actually directing 2 hours every Tuesday evening, and we build up to a huge concert in which the community choir are able to perform with our own musical forces and a professional orchestra in a big concert at Wells Cathedral. We also work and have done the last few years with Elmhurst, a local primary school, with lots of our pupils, including Flo, working with their choir to join in a big collaborative Christmas concert. But looking forward, it would be really, really encouraging to maybe see how we can open all of our ensembles, be it orchestra, be it jazz bands, be it the different choirs, to see if there are pupils outside of Millfield who perhaps aren't getting their music provisions met, that we can enable them to access that, and therefore possibly just deliver that stepping stone for them to think, actually, I can attain music. Music can be something real to me post-school, post-18 education.
It's really interesting to hear about how you can talk about how music can support areas outside of Millfield Music, but could you tell us a bit more about what you do here at Millfield's Music School to support the musicians that are already here? Ultimately, it's my job to lead a team that meets the needs of its pupils. You are two pupils at Millfield. I would very much hope that I would plan my programme around what your musical interests are, what your musical passions are, musical needs, but also about what I and my team feel will benefit you to ensure you make the best progression possible to allow you to take that next step should you wish to take that next step. There's no chance music departments or musicians can ever succeed unless they enjoy it. So for me to look at supporting the musicians, I have to ensure there are activities
often through ensembles, through concert opportunities, through trips, through tours, for pupils here to simply enjoy their music. And the one thing I've seen over the past 3 years is pupils enjoying their music more, they're more present in the music department, and the pupils themselves see that there's a much more of a wider community that one, love music, two, want to be involved in music, and three, therefore collaborate with kind of music at the core of what they want to do at school.
What else is expected from a Millfield musician when they arrive here? You've already talked about some basic expectations, but what's when they arrive and throughout their school career, what's expected of a general Millfield musician?
For me, that's an easy answer, in that I would expect a pupil to be part of the department. Believe it or not, even as director of music, standard of level achieved, ability, experience, choice of instrument is all absolutely irrelevant. Ultimately, I wish for every pupil, the beginner right through to pupils who are performing at a level that would compete nationally against the best, I just want them to be involved in the department. I do believe anyone can achieve a grade 8 locked behind a practice room door with a good enough teacher and ability to practice and to dedicate themselves to that. But that's actually not giving something to music itself. For me, music is about collaboration. Music is very much a team sport, and sometimes that can get lost.
So with students arriving here already being musicians and others coming here having never picked up an instrument before, what is it that we do to successfully create an inclusive environment here?
Inclusivity is a very important word in music. Now, music for me at the moment is looking like it's impacting on fewer and fewer people. This is not only in schools, this is also in society. There are fewer and fewer people going to watch concerts. There are fewer and fewer fully professional orchestras. There are fewer opportunities for those to be able to dedicate themselves entirely to music and make a career out of that. Now, what's this doing is it's actually creating a separation between this almost exclusive few that achieve at the highest level, that are trained to the nth degree, versus those who actually are involved in music just for the enjoyment factor, wanting to be part of it. And if we don't get rid of this vast kind of break between the two, actually we end up probably again losing music. It's either great music falling on deaf ears, or simply people in the first place not wanting to be involved with something that they enjoy. So creating an inclusive department is something that the team here are all very passionate about. By doing that, it is ensuring that all pupils feel safe in their music provision. So inclusivity for me should be put ahead of exclusivity. Exclusivity is amazing. Exclusivity puts bums on seats. It gets more and more pupils wanting to come to school because you have these amazing accolades of success that your musicians have done. But ultimately, that won't form a music department. You can't fill ensembles of people who love music with just those who choose to specialise.
I completely agree. One of the things that I love so much here is performing in a choir and having the opportunity to go on tour recently with the choir, and that was amazing. And I think everything that you've said about inclusivity is so important in creating a strong department, and that's what I love so much about the department. But as the director of music, what is it that you love so much about the music department?
I feel I'm very fortunate to be a director of music at a school that has so many passionate musicians. Two of you are sat here, and you're two of several hundred who walk in the music department on a weekly basis in a full boarding school that is very demanding, that these pupils themselves, the place they want to be and the place they want to go is music. Now, to be able to work with pupils and to be able to deliver a programme that they can access and they want to be part of, there's something extremely fulfilling and extremely rewarding about trying to devise something that really is a benefit to a school that the pupils want to be part of. Seeing that progress that pupils make, seeing that satisfaction when a pupil can realise their own progress. There's something quite unique about coming into the department on a daily basis and having the potential for people to do that. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for the position I'm in to be able to have that opportunity to work with pupils who I would hope just love what they do.
What does the future look like for Millfield Music?
It looks exciting. I'd say we've almost doubled the amount of pupils involved in Millfield Music over the past 3 years. Now, what that I hope will deliver and will become is a programme that actually reaches all, that is accessible to all. And I don't just mean it as you as musicians participating as musicians. I sincerely hope that we're able to put on a programme that meets the interests and needs of everyone who actually comes to Millfield. We're very fortunate to have 1,260 pupils here. We have a huge community in Street, And the goal is to actually put on a programme that enriches the lives of all of those who are around here. And ultimately, I think the future is looking even brighter, because we're in a position now where we're starting to deliver a programme which you as pupils are able to become what you want to be as a musician. If you wish to form your own ensemble, you're in a jazz quartet, a self-formed jazz quartet that's performing countless times a year now. It might be Flo's in a small choral group that she formed herself, that she even directed last year. Ultimately, the future for Millfield Music is what you, the pupils, make it. But as a director of music, the more ideas and the more kind of almost the more product that you bring to me, the more I can shape it and make sure that it meets what you want a music department to look like. But with that, and with the kind of fortunate setting we're in at Millfield, I think it's a really bright future ahead. And I think it's something hopefully you will look back on and want to still be part of as the wider Millfield community, and you yourselves now as role models to it, to ensure that we do reach that next stage of progression in reaching more and more pupils, because ultimately that's what music is about.